Hey everybody, this is Marty with See on the Mountain Beekeeping, and I'm here at the Jim Zachem hive. A little bit of scratchy voice today, getting better. And this hive had 2 full deeps, but this year we had a mild fall and a mild winter until about 2-3 weeks ago, so the bees are flying a lot. So I'm having to do a lot of supplemental feeding here, and just the way it goes. But I have a little hack here I think will be interesting to you. So I figure I have a good top here, and I forgot that what I did here. And what I did is I have the mountain camp sugar right in here, and then on top of that insulation, and then on top of that a little bag of leaves. So I wanted to show you that. So that's kind of my insulation on top of here. I also insulate the sides with leaves, keep the wind off of them, and that helps quite a bit. The only problem is some people said that there's a possibility, they've reported, mice can get in here and chew into the boxes. So I move these fairly often. I move them around, the leaves, because I want to get in. I'm probably going to do an oxalic acid treatment soon, so that's kind of what I do. So that's all I have here, some leaves in this white bag that goes right here. A little bit of insulation here. Got this packing insulation, might as well use it. And then below that we have I use the sugar, and what happens is sugar under here, the moisture from the hive comes up, and it makes the sugar into candy for the bees. Let's see if I can find them. I don't know where they are on this hive today, but you can see that's what I've done there. This hive has a lot of resources down below, so this is emergency on the top here. Some of my hives are eating it quite a bit. This one, the Jim Zachem, doesn't really need it. They have, like I said, besides this, that's their backup sugar in case there's any problems. Got plenty of insulation there for them. And I've got a roll of the foamies, but I didn't have enough foamies for everything. I got that idea from the Canadian beekeeper. And I also saw a European beekeeper. He puts a piece of plastic, regular see-through plastic, on here to keep moisture and heat in on the bees. But these bees here, they have 1, 2. They were very, very well fed through the after I pulled the honey, and they filled both of these up. It was over 100 pounds. So I'm not surprised to see them eating on that sugar. But that's just in case. I made a big mistake over here, the Delmont Acres hive, and they had some down here, but like I said, they ate through the sugar real fast because they were flying a lot, and I had some reserve up here, but I didn't put it in time, and they actually, I think they starved. It wasn't the mites, it was my fault. These got mite treatments 4 times 4 days apart, 4 times. And then I checked them, and there was still, the mite load was still a little heavy, not heavy, just on the threshold. And I hit them twice more 4 days apart, and then there was no drop. I have some white bottom boards that you can pull out, and there was no drop. So I got pretty much hit all the mites. And then I hit them one more time in, let's see, it must have been late December. I think it was the 28th. I'll have to check my notes just to make sure, since they probably didn't have much brood then when they're broodless. And I'll hit them one more time in case they're probably starting to build up. The queen's starting to lay more eggs off after the 21st of December, and they'll start building up. So I'll hit them again, and then they should be good through spring. So Jim Zachem, thank you so much. Great sponsor, the Delmont Acres, another great sponsor that does a lot for the bees. Really appreciate the sponsorship, the help, the encouragement, helping the beekeepers save the bees and learning more about the bees. Oxalic acid treatments, keeping the mites off of them, keeping them warm in the winter, fed up, that's the key. So we have 18 hives out here. It's January 27th, I think, getting toward the end of January, and everything's survived except 2. There was a hive that was a little small, the Guadalupe, and I should have put them. There's a way to build a board with a screen where the bees don't touch, and they have an entrance in the front and entrance in the back. Can't remember what it's called, but I'll try to put it in the description. And you put the smaller hive on top of the bigger hive, and the heat from the bigger hive goes to the smaller hive to keep it warm. So yeah, I'll try that next year. Now I'm also going to build some of those anyway for nukes. Put 2 nukes side by side, and then put your queen excluder and keep them separate, and then you put your honey super up here, and then you can get more honey. I seen the Canadian beekeeper Ian doing something similar to that. Anyway, all right, share, like, and subscribe. We'll see you on the mountain. Beautiful shot of the Rocky Mountains up there. Take care.